If you have a podcast or you're thinking about starting one, this video is going to save you hours. Because the one thing every podcast needs is intro music. And most podcasters either spend money on a music license they don't fully understand, or they use the same generic track as 50 other shows. Today, I'm going to show you how to create completely original podcast intro music in 30 seconds using a free AI app. Your sound, nobody else's. Let's go. Your podcast intro music is the first thing a listener hears. It sets the entire tone of your show. Is this serious and professional, fun and energetic, calm and thoughtful? That impression happens in the first 3 seconds of your intro, and it stays with your audience every single episode. The problem is finding music that actually fits your show's personality. Royalty-free libraries are full of generic tracks that sound like everyone else. And commissioning a custom track from a musician costs anywhere from $100 to $500 for something decent. But with AI, you can describe your show's exact personality and generate a track that sounds like it was made specifically for you. Because it was. Let me show you. The app is called SonGo, free on iPhone. You open it, go to Create, type your prompt, and hit Generate. 30 to 50 seconds later, you have a completely original track. No copyright, no licensing. Yours permanently. And here's what makes SonGo perfect for podcast intros specifically. You can describe the exact mood and energy of your show in plain words, and it delivers exactly that. Let me show you 4 different podcast styles right now. Okay, so let's open SonGo right now. This is the app. Tapping Create. First, type of podcast, business or finance. Needs to feel professional and confident. I'm typing into the field right here. Corporate podcast intro, confident and professional, driving piano and light percussion, modern and clean, forward momentum, no vocals, 110 beats per minute. Hitting generate. Speeding this up. Confident, forward moving. That's the sound of a show people trust with serious topics. Second, true crime or mystery podcast. Dark, tense, draws you in immediately. Mysterious podcast intro, dark and suspenseful, low strings and subtle percussion, building tension, cinematic and dramatic, no vocals, slow and ominous, 70 beats per minute. That tension in the first 5 seconds, that's exactly what keeps people listening to find out what happened. Okay, so a few practical tips for podcast intro music. Keep it short. The sweet spot for podcast intro music is 10 to 20 seconds. Long enough to set the tone, short enough that your audience doesn't skip to the actual content. Generate a 30-second track in SonGo and trim it in any audio editor to exactly the length you want. Loop it carefully. If you plan to use the music under your intro talking segment, make sure it fades out smoothly. SonGo tracks work well for this. They have natural endings that you can fade over. Match the energy to your content. If your podcast is fast and energetic, the music should be too. If it's thoughtful and slow, match that. Mismatch between your music and your content confuses the listener in the first few seconds. And once you have it, it's yours forever. No monthly subscription, no license expiry, no worrying that someone else is using the same track. SonGo is free on iPhone, link in the description, and QR code right here on screen. If you have a podcast or you're starting one, spend 5 minutes today generating 3 different intro tracks. Pick the one that feels like your show. Done. Leave a like if this was helpful. Drop a comment telling me what your podcast is about. I'd love to know. Subscribe for a new video every day. See you tomorrow. Bye!